just want to fix the problem.
Yeah, and then can you...
Oh, thank you for remembering me. No, it's turned on, but it's like it took like it's not in center, but it's in center. Right, sorry.
Wait, but can you fix this too?
Yeah, of course. No. Shosh look at
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shosh, you hear me?
Yes.
All right. You want to start?
Yep, just give me a moment. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Shalom. I'm Shosh Badro from the National Public Diplomacy Directorate in the Prime Minister's office. I'll be taking a few questions after a couple of brief points to share with you. Make sure you put your questions in the chat of this Zoom with your name and your outlet. At the start of today's government meeting, Prime Minister Netanyahu expressed his firm support for President Trump, who decided to impose a naval blockade on Iran after they violated the ceasefire agreement by choosing not to open the Strait of Hormuz and violating international maritime law. Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke with Vice President J.D. Vance about the collapse in these negotiations yesterday while the Vice President was traveling. Minister, that the central issue for President Trump and the United States heroic soldiers in southern Lebanon just yesterday within the security zone. Our forces are pushing Hezbollah away from the border and dealing with the terrorist villages that are adjacent to us on our northern border, while also defending our border at all times. The Prime Minister makes it clear. The border at all times. The Prime Minister makes it clear. The fighting continues and it has not stopped. It is continuing all the time. Our actions are not against Lebanon and its citizens, but against a murderous terrorist organization that has taken the Lebanese people as hostages. Now that Hezbollah has been so severely degraded, the government in Lebanon reached out for us for talks. This is mediated by the United States. This dialogue between Israel and Lebanon has started, which is aimed at disarming the Hezbollah terrorist organization, removing them from Lebanon, and establishing peaceful relations between our two countries. We will not discuss a ceasefire with Hezbollah, which continues to carry out indiscriminate attacks against Israel and our civilians. Tonight and tomorrow, we will mark Holocaust Remembrance Day, or Yom HaShoah. Prime Minister Netanyahu and Mrs. Sarah Netanyahu met with Holocaust survivors. They heard their moving stories of survival. As the Prime Minister explained this morning, he told the survivors there is one huge difference between then and now. During the Holocaust, we were hunted like animals for being Jewish, and we couldn't do anything about it. But today, the tables have turned, and we are the ones hunting our oppressors. The Prime Minister said those who came to destroy us are currently fighting for their survival. We will remember the 6 million Jews who were murdered by the Nazis and their collaborators in the most horrific manifestation of hatred and anti-Semitism in a planned and systemic genocide. Today, we have a state, we have leaders, and the power to defend ourselves. As the Prime Minister said this morning at the meeting, if we had not acted, if we had not taken our fate into our own hands in the independent state of Israel with the IDF and our security arms, the names of Isfahan, Natanz, Fordo, and Bushehr would be remembered like Auschwitz, Majdanek, and Sobibor. The Prime Minister said they come to destroy us, they've came to destroy us, and we rise up against them. I'll now be taking a few questions. Okay. First question from Or Shaked, Israel Hayom. If negotiations with Lebanon were to produce an agreement, what would it entail? And how do you envision working with Lebanon to dismantle Hezbollah moving forward? So exactly what I outlined there, or what we're looking for in this type of dialogue is to see that Lebanon is committed to disarming Hezbollah, taking away all these weapons that they have, demilitarizing southern Lebanon as well, and also to have a peace agreement between both of our two countries. Okay, this is Jonas from Swiss TV. There are several reports that the Security Cabinet secretly decided to establish 34 new settlements in Judea and Samaria. Can you confirm this? And if yes, why was this decision taken? I have nothing to share on that this time. Alexander Cornwell from Reuters. Is Israel taking part in the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports? If so, in what way? As I said, Prime Minister Netanyahu and the State of Israel support this blockade. Jonathan Rees from the New York Times. Number one, ahead of talks with Lebanon tomorrow, what could the Lebanese government offer or commit to that would be acceptable to Israel as a condition for the ceasefire? And two, as the U.S. naval blockade was set to begin, what is the assessed likelihood of renewed escalation? To what extent is Israel preparing to repel a potential Iranian attack or launch one itself? I will address your first one right now. In terms of Lebanon, like I just outlined in the question before you, we're looking to make sure that there is some type of agreement between our two countries that would have to do with peace relations between Israel and Lebanon. And also, of course, the first and most important thing right now is to ensure that Hezbollah is disarmed. They are demilitarized, and so is southern Lebanon as well. And number two, your question about the U.S. naval blockade. I said Israel and Prime Minister Netanyahu support this naval blockade. Alba from the BBC News. Is there any truth that Prime Minister Netanyahu has taken a more direct role in deciding which strikes in Lebanon are launched after a call with President Trump? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but nothing to share on that. In terms of Lebanon, I've outlined that in my briefing. Jovan Batista from Italian TV Radio, Jerusalem. What will the government decide for the next few days regarding the state of emergency in northern Israel, given that Hezbollah continues to hurl missiles at Israel? Well, first off, I'm glad you asked that question because our civilians in our northern front, and especially, of course, all over Israel, we have been under constant attack, whether it was from Iran. Of course, we're in the ceasefire now, but with Hezbollah. If you look on your apps on your phone where you can get those siren notifications, you'll see our northern communities under attack almost every single hour by Hezbollah. I just saw another rocket barrage up at the small town of Carmiel up in the north. Our citizens are absolutely resilient. They are taking shelter when necessary. They are following the home front command protocol as well. And the Prime Minister has made that clear. Not only is he proud of the citizens of Israel, but he understands and he knows that the citizens of Israel support him in this operation against Hezbollah. And one more question from Or Shaked. Will Ambassador Leiter continue to oversee the negotiations with Lebanon throughout the entire process? I'm not going to comment on any specifics when it comes to the dialogue. Okay, those are all the questions that I see right now. Thank you.